One positive that I do think is going to come out of this is, we definitely have some employees in the management world, whether it's corporate office or on site, that struggle to implement, and tenants too, struggle to implement some of the technology that a lot of properties are bringing on. Not, A properties, B plus properties, not so much, right? Your B minus, your C's, your C minus, class stuff. I think because people are going to now be forced to have to use a lot of this technology, like we're forcing all of our tenants, all maintenance orders through, online resources, all leasing through online resources. I think you're going to see a lot more people start to adapt that. I do think that will be a unintended positive that we'll see in the next 12 months is technology is going to be easier to use across all your properties.
No, without a doubt. When I hung up with our manager in Jacksonville, it's $24 extra a month to get everything virtual tours, So we just did it. I mean, I approved it today because, to lease, if this gets really bad and there's a lockdown for 90 days, well, okay, people can't move out, but listen, like anything else, people will do things they're not supposed to do. And if you live in a building that gets infected and you have to move out, are you just going to go into buildings? No, you're going to do everything virtually. So I think that is an unintended positive of this thing, is that now people will be forced to use technology. So I do think that's really compelling to see how that shakes out for operating C and B class properties, which have historically been a little bit difficult to, turn on technology because some tenants don't have bank accounts, or, they don't want to use the portal. They want to pick up the phone. So I think it could be a positive.
Yeah, for sure. Next question. I'm not going to use it word for word, but, in terms of setting money aside for reserves to cover, loss of income, debt service, what are you thinking? What are you suggesting for anybody that, owns their own stuff? Or, what are you thinking we're going to do for our own properties? Is there certain expenses we're going to, delay? Are there certain tactics, you're thinking about potentially implementing, stuff like that?
Yeah, I'm putting everything into Bitcoin. No, seriously, but realistically, you pay the necessities, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we get 100% collections, we're paying bills as normal. If we get a 60% collection, you pay the stuff that's important. Everyone should be on the phone with their banks now talking, what's the plan? What's the contingency? Can we add the payments on? And then you work your way down, right? A contractor that turned a unit, am I saying we're not going to pay them? No. But, I know that guy probably needs the money more than the water bill, but you got to pick and choose who gets paid. The only thing that I told all our managers is, first and foremost, the mortgages, right? That's the first thing that's got to get paid. We'll figure it out after that. Luckily for us, we go into all our deals with extremely good cash positions.
Mm-hmm.
We have cash in the bank. So like I just got an email, one of our properties, we just put our third draw in, and the email was, we're officially tapped out. I said, can you lay out some money? I said, well, let's get the draw in. We'll float it for a little bit out of the operations, but let's scale back our renovations. Let's get that draw money and let's focus our attention towards, the mortgage. But, in times like this, water bills, electric bills, sewer, those companies they're going to get crushed because people are not going to pay that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Food for your kid is more important than paying your gas bill. Right. And, I know where we live, the electric company already said, they're deferring payments. I mean, there's mortgages that are being deferred. So, the first thing that everyone should be doing is, in my opinion, getting on the phone with the banks and seeing what the bank's willing to work with you. We just got out the phone. We have a student housing deal. The first thing he said, without even having a conversation, was, I'll drop interest only for the next couple months. Now we're going to go to him and see if we could defer one payment or something like that. But first and foremost, pay the mortgage. And then you look at your bills. It's like anything else. You look at your bills, you prioritize them, you pay the ones you can. But I do think that cash is king. If it means not paying a bill and keeping a little bit on the side for a rainy day, that's what I would do on a smaller deal, right? On a duplex, on a single family rental, on a 5-unit. I would probably err on the side of having some cash reserves, and then, start working on my bills that I personally believe I can get some relief for. But I would also, reach out to everybody and say, is there a program you're doing? What programs are available to me? The federal government is passing bills and not passing bills literally by the minute.
Yeah.
So if you're in real estate, or if you are, an investor of any sort,